دوستای عزیز تایم تیوی، سلام. من سیمین تهرانی هستیم. امروز اومدیم به وودلند هیلز برای جناب آقای هنری استرن که ایشون برای سنات داره کاندیدای هست. بسیار وکیل هوشمندیه، خیلی آدم اسمارتیه ماشاءالله و خیلی دوستش دارن. ما اومدیم اینجا برای شما یه گزارش تهیه کنیم. با ما باشیم. Hi.
Salam.
چطورین؟
Yes, it's a good day. It's a good day.
It's a lots of energy, lots of young people.
Yes.
Great.
No, we're very excited. So I'm running for Senate. Just look at Seaman's shirt. You'll know it's here.
Yeah.
So make sure you get out on November 8th and vote. My name's Henry Stern and I'm running to be your next state senator. And I'm honored to be with you today. Thank you, Royal Time TV, for coming out. I really appreciate it. Yeah.
So you want to tell people why they have to vote for you?
If you want to see a better valley where your kids can go to great schools, more investment in parks and infrastructure and protecting taxpayers and bring a new generation of leadership to Sacramento, I think.
دوستای عزیز، در خدمت مادر هنری هستیم. بهش یه سلامی میکنیم. Hi, how are you, Mrs. Stern?
I'm great. Thank you so much.
Oh,
So exciting.
I know. It's a lots of energy over here.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
It's just
so-
an amazing day and great kickoff till the finish line. So,
Good. You want to tell us a little bit about Henry?
oh Henry, well, I think he has been born to do this. He's been doing service all his life since he was a very small boy, and although we tried to talk him out of it and talk him to go, why don't you go be a lawyer somewhere, But he was dedicated to this, so I'm so thrilled that he's found his passion, and I think he's going to help a lot of people.
I'm very good. What an exciting day to be out here and see all these people come to support Henry. He's going to do great things for the district, and so wonderful to have this turnout to get the message out.
I'm here to support Henry Stern for State Senate. He'll do an outstanding job of representing both you and me and replacing Fran Pavley, who's retiring. He's smart, he's honest, he's dedicated to protecting our environment, our mountains here in the San Fernando Valley, and he supports education in general and apprenticeship programs in particular.
I think Henry will be a great senator. It's why I'm supporting him. He shares a lot of the same values. He wants to improve our environment, our education. He's looking forward of how we can be innovative. And as a city council member, I want a state senator who I can work with, who understands that the state is inextricably linked to the city and that our actions have to work hand in glove in order to serve the community in the best way possible.
I know you are the councilman for Woodland Hills, and many Iranians they live over there. So do you have any suggestion or any concern for Iranian community? What we can do to help the community better?
Yeah, it's a vibrant community, not just in Woodland Hills. I represent Woodland Hills, Tarzana, Reseda, Winnetka, Canoga Park, and there's
All Persian.
there are Persian folks in all of those areas, and we work very closely with the Iranian community. I've got someone on my staff who speaks Farsi when we have folks who call in who only speak Farsi. So we serve everyone in the 3rd District, and we work very closely with the Persian community. And I welcome anyone who has an issue with the city, whether it's the street, the pothole that needs to be filled, or a street that's broken, or an issue with public safety, or just ideas of how the city can be better, to contact me in my office. And my local office is on Van Owen and Van Alden in Reseda, and we welcome people to come by, and we're here to serve.
Great. But what we can do?
Well, there's a lot of ways to get involved. I mean, one is if you see a problem, point it out. If you see graffiti or you see a pothole or something, hit 311 on your phone to either call it or go to the MyLA 311 app and respond, because the city can't fix what it doesn't know about.
Yeah, sure.
And so part of keeping our community, and I encourage everyone in my district, keeping our community clean and in good shape is making sure that for city services, the city is aware of any problems that are out there.
دوستای عزیز، در خدمت یه دختر خوشگل و خانوم ایرانی هستیم که اومده هنری استرن رو ساپورت کنه. سلام شقایق جان، حالت خوبه؟
خوبم، مرسی.
اینجا چی کار میکنی؟
من برای هنری 5 ماه دارم اینترن میکنم. خیلی اکسپریانس جالبیه. اصلا یه دونه مرد خیلی smart, dedicated, وکیل موعده. اصلا he's a great guy. You know, I'm very happy to be working for this campaign.
خودت چی میخونی؟
خودم پالیسای میخونم، political science, سانتا مونیکا کالج. بله، خیلی خوشحالم.
چی فکر میکنی راجع به هنری؟ میخوای یه کمی برای هنری از هنری برای ما بگی؟
بله، من you know, it's so hard to believe in a politician nowadays, and Henry just exceeds, you know, all your expectations. He's so dedicated. He's been doing this his whole life, and he's very, you know, I trust in him to take care of my district.
Happy to be here today at the Henry Stern Rally for the Valley kickoff, and excited to have a great turnout.
I know, it's lots of energy, lots of young kids.
Wonderful energy, young people. Henry being the first millennial, it shows we have all these young people coming here to show their support for Henry.
That's great.
Wonderful.
So, next month, we are going to have a bigger celebration, huh?
We're going to have a big celebration. After on November 8th, don't forget to vote, Henry Stern. I think it's 37 days away, and hopefully we're going to come out victorious, I think.
Sure, I am sure it happened. But tell us something about Henry.
Well, Henry...
How you know Henry?
I know Henry through surfing, actually. That's how we became good friends. You know, we have a beautiful district, and I was interning, and we both talked and found out that I surfed, and so we started surfing together. We both love the environment, so that's how I got on board.
Henry Stern is the only reasonable candidate for his position. District 27 needs somebody like him. He cares about the environment. He cares about the average working person, which you won't find on the other side. And so I as a student, I'm a student at Moorport Community College.
What do you study?
I'm studying anthropology, you know, archaeology and all that. And I feel, you know, students like myself and really everybody is a lot more respected within Henry's world than, you know, Fazio.
Thank you all for being out here to support Henry Stern. It is important. This his race, and while I don't have to convince anyone to vote for Henry Stern here, I hope not if you guys are here. It's important to realize to not take the election for granted. We've seen too many elections, especially in this part of the world, where people thought they had the race in the bag and they got Boca Negra. Inside joke for Raul's coming back this time too, so it's all good. You know, or there were votes that were lost by just a few votes. I mean, elections that were lost by just a few votes. So my main message is work hard on this campaign. If you're making calls for them, keep dialing until your finger is bleeding and hurting and you know, to the bone, and then switch fingers and use another one and make more calls. It's critically important. And what's also important is that we have someone like Henry who is a person of values, a person who knows what he believes in and will fight for it. He cares about the environment, he cares about education. I've gotten to know him over this last couple of years, a year and a half, 2 years, and I'm really excited by him being in the Senate and working with, you know, I worked with Fran Pavley for years on different legislation, and we carried stuff, me as the assembly member, her as a senator, and it is so important to have someone who can follow in her footsteps and take the kind of big initiatives that we know Henry will take. Not just for the state, but as now as a local representative, I can tell you a lot of what gets done is done when government works at all levels together. When you have the local government working with the state government, working with the federal government, we've got great folks at all levels here. That's when you really start to see a difference, when people work together like that. And Henry is someone I'm excited about working with, hand in glove on all sorts of issues that cross jurisdictions, because I know we can make a difference together. And I'm just really excited about you being in the Senate. And thank you all for being out here and for supporting Henry. And remember, walk till your feet hurt, walk till that finger bleeds.
All I gotta say, it's a new day. It's a new day. We got the Stern-Hertzberg team coming in to the Senate. California representing 2 million people from the San Fernando Valley. It's a big day, man. And let me tell you something. From someone who's been there before, someone who served as speaker and got through all kinds of great stuff, it matters who your partner is. It matters that we speak with one voice. It matters that we have this attention to detail and this focus on community throughout the San Fernando Valley. When I served before, I represented from Cahuenga to Topanga. Now, basically as a result of redistricting, we now have 2 Senate districts in the San Fernando Valley. The eastern one, which I represent, and the western one, which in a matter of days, Henry will represent. He is one smart cat. He's kind of a pisher. But I think he brings new energy, new ideas, a new focus, a new kind of ability to shake up the status quo, to think about things differently in a way that other folks don't do. A new set of ideas, fresh eyes to the process, and I'm excited to serve with him. I'm excited he's going to be a team member. I'm excited that we're going to serve together to represent the San Fernando Valley as he sears himself to the folks in the community and make sure he's available and steps up, and the San Fernando Valley is proud to have him as part of the team of the Stern-Hertzberg team. Hallelujah!
I believe I'm the last speaker, which means I'm all that's standing between you and tacos. So I will keep it brief. I have this incredible, difficult job, one of the toughest speaking assignments that I've had in 20 years in Congress. I have to convince this crowd that Henry Stern would be an outstanding member of the state Senate. I think I accomplished that. But Henry, you have a much tougher job. First the campaign, but after that, filling the shoes of Fran Pavley. I think I was the first elected official to endorse Fran back long ago. And when I meet with members of the Bundestag, when I meet with members of the Japanese Parliament or the British Parliament, they ask me about Fran Pavley. And I hope someday they're asking me about Henry Stern. Because what she has done, with your guys' help, is to make California the leading voice on the environment and global warming. And we need that kind of leadership, and we will not see the seat occupied by Fran Pavley going to the candidate backed by Chevron and Texaco and whatever. And I got here just a little late because we were at a photo shoot. First with Henry, then with Christie. Apparently the political consultants have determined their candidates look really good if juxtaposed with me. And so I'm happy to oblige. Finally, Henry, I want to thank you for SB 380. Of course, I want to thank Fran as well. This is a bill that establishes tough standards for natural gas storage facilities. And those are like the one in Aliso Canyon. And now I'll be spending the waning days of the Obama administration trying to get them to adopt the same standards nationwide. So as Bob was telling you, you keep going to the end. This is a targeted district. This is a district where we need to turn out every voter, and we've got a candidate who's supported by our teachers, by public safety, by the representatives of working men and women, and of course, by the environmental community. I look forward to serving the same people with you for a long time to come. Henry, thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next state senator from this District 27, Henry Stern.
Thank you so much. And we've got a very long list, so just bear with me here. Because as honored as I am to have our dignitaries and my congressman, my city councilman, my future partner in the state senate, one of the loveliest women and a great mentor to me, Joy Pikus, and hopefully my future colleague, Christy Smith. Everything comes second to you, because the voters here and the energy that you put into this campaign has got us to this point. It's why we're going to take this thing home in November. I'm running to be your next state senator because we can't wait. And we may be a sea of wealth out here with all the opportunities we have, our safety, our security, our access to education and clean water and clean air, but I'll tell you, that is not a sure thing in the state of California. And we've learned that all too well in this last year. Because we may be rich, but we're also poor. We were the 8th largest economy about 6 years ago. Now we're the 6th. All right, so we're growing at a breakneck pace, and jobs are back better than ever before. But we're also a poor state. 1 in 4 kids in California live in poverty. And so our challenge, and the reason I'm running for office, is because we have to rectify that imbalance somehow. And to take all this greatness that's within us, and this giant jobs engine that we've got in the state of California that supports these creative economies, like the entertainment industry that put me through college, like biotech, like small business out here, even the folks who own our taco truck right back here. These are the people who make our economy go. But it's not working for everybody. And if we don't find a way to put more kids through school and rectify the imbalance between a $9,000 a year investment in our kids and a $65,000 a year investment in incarcerating young people, there's something wrong. We can do it better. We can make a better way. If we think that we have to keep counting on the same fossil fuel economy to get us decades ahead here, we're dead wrong. We're bent against innovation, because in California, innovation always wins. The reason you have an iPhone in your pocket or a smartphone in your pocket right now that can tell you any piece of knowledge in the entire world in the click of a button is because of California innovation. And I truly believe that same engine can solve our sustainable economic development challenges ahead. Because we know all too well, the folks out in Porter Ranch have seen it all too closely, that fossil fuel infrastructure is a risk. And yes, we do need still some gas in our stoves, and yes, we drove here on gasoline, but if we don't turn the corner right now at this pivotal moment, if we don't say no to climate pollution in the long term and make a decision not just about ourselves in the next 2 years or the next 4 years or what's politically expedient right now, but if we don't make that commitment to ourselves for the next generation and the generation after that, and heck, even 7 generations ahead. The Chumash who used to live on this land actually live here. That's how far ahead they thought. And that's the lineage that we have to be responsible for. So we've got to be thinking that far ahead. But I'll tell you, it's not a sacrifice. My opponent will tell you that all this clean energy and all these environmental laws are hurting small businesses. Well, the only folks that it's causing any cost to are those who pollute. And they ought to be paying that cost. Because if they don't pay, we're going to pay. Tell me that having your home be a power plant and a gas station, all on clean energy and independent from the grid and our fossil fuel infrastructure, is not a good thing for this economy. I want to give you economic independence with a clean energy agenda. This is not just about our open space and our environment. For as much as we love our mountains and our clean air as we sit along the 101, we know we can do a whole lot better, but it doesn't have to be a sacrifice. We can create jobs in this process. I was down at the Refinery Row a week ago with Governor Brown. And we were opening up a new refinery, but that refinery doesn't make oil. It doesn't take crude as its fuel source. It relies on all the waste from our system. All the hamburgers we eat in In-N-Out and all the fried chicken out there, that fat is going directly into a fuel refinery. And I'll tell you, we created 300 jobs retrofitting that refinery, and now the refinery is pumping out clean energy for United Airlines and UPS. I helped build that project in the private sector. And that's the kind of job creator I want to be in the state Senate. It's not about relying on some ways of the past and clinging to a bygone era. It's like when we lost the whale era, you know, and we moved past that kind of oil into kerosene. Everyone said, how are we ever going to transition? When we moved out of the Stone Age, we didn't move from the Stone Age because we ran out of stones, right? This is not about clinging to these old fuel sources. We can be as anachronistic as we want, but the Valley is about change and constant innovation, and I believe we can get there. And it starts truly in that community of Porter Ranch. We're going to make Porter Ranch the greenest community in the state of California. We're going to turn that around, turn that negative into positive.